G'day and welcome to the third part. Just the first thing that I'd like to say, I called my co-author Kylie Pry, and it's actually Kylie Price, so I apologise for that. So the two authors are Tony Miller and Kylie Price. What I've done is I've divided the book up into three parts. The first part being the night of Ashley's death, the second part being his life between being born and his death, and the third part, the aftermath since his death up until a few weeks after. Also, in each chapter, I have written a kind of poetry before the chapter begins in italics, and then Kylie and I have written an actual factual detail. So in this one I'll just read the semi-poem that I've read, that I've done for part 1, chapter 1, 5 PM, the 12th of May 2008. In hindsight, I should have seen it coming. Ashley was not getting better. He'd never got this ill before, and never bad enough to be hospitalised. All the signs were there. He'd lost a lot of weight, he lost his appetite, he developed some bumps on the lower part of his spine, and his faeces were white. On top of that, all that, he even lost interest in his computer and any games. I should have seen it coming. Instead of getting stronger and growing energy, Ashley's health had been deteriorating for a number of years, unlike what a young man at the end of his teen years should be like. I should have seen it coming when his surgeon told us that he could not take the risk to operate further to alleviate his continual worsening scoliosis. He said at the time, "We'll just have to try and keep him as comfortable as possible." I should have seen it coming, but any reasonable father would do just about anything for a child in need, even die if he had to. And I was living on the hope of a miracle or a sudden improvement in Ashley's health. We did all we could, but I should have seen it coming. However, when it did come, it was such a shock, a grief I haven't felt since my father died in 1979 when I was only 20. And although I am stronger emotionally now than then, the grief is worse. Sons bury their fathers, not the other way around. It seemed so unfair.